But feel free, you can talk over each other and stuff. It doesn't have to be.
I don't know. I get shouted at.
Not by me. It ain't my show. I can relax, man.
Shut the up, Tom.
Put my feet up for this one.
When Tom goes on for too long, we'll just...
Yeah. Buzz me out.
Yeah.
By the way, I've figured out, I think I could mention,
This bit's going out, just so you know.
Yeah, this is being recorded, FYI.
So, just before you say something you don't want to say.
Just for James for the edit. This doesn't go anywhere.
Starting from now.
I feel this is...
Has it gone to you already?
Yeah, I've
It's like
carried
a
on.
panel.
Do you want it down there?
Wait, I feel like I might need some milk for this. This is fucking hot.
Yeah, you're black.
Take
black
it
coffee.
easy, Ash.
Oh, no. I
Tipsy
can be
team
fucking
selection.
buzzing on coffee. Give it. Just let me know when. And we'll just go to...
Oh my God, Tom's actually properly downing it.
What you got there?
Doing it?
Oh, this is... Yelena's doing a show.
I mean, what we're doing now.
Oh,
So,
There you go.
Yelena's going to intro.
that was the manliest thing I've ever seen
And then she's going
in
to
the studio.
Yeah. With the gin and tonic.
Then we're going to berate
wasn't a big
her
one.
team.
Oh, okay, all right, okay, sound. Just berate, sound.
Yeah,
Got
we're
you,
going to
got you.
absolutely rip it to shreds.
Okay, is that the object?
I really love the fact that
Is it
both
though,
of you have
before we
sat
go?
down and been like, what are we doing?
Is-
Where am I looking? This one?
Wait, look.
That
one.
one.
That one.
Whatever one you're looking at.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you'll be able to tell, we are in a studio today. Massive thank you to producer James for letting us use Launchpad Studios, where you will know that they use this for... Oh my God, this has already gone to my head.
FPL News! It's the proper tipsy one!
Woo! So we have got good lighting, we have good sound, and even better, we have great guests. So Ash, if you could press the little button, we're getting snazzy here.
Yeah, boy.
So we have
Come
got
on.
Tom, who is FPL Lucky Plucker.
Something like that. Yep.
Something like that. There is a spelling. There'll be a link in the description. We've obviously got everyone's favourite Juice host. Well, actually, he wasn't available. So we've got Ashin and
Hey! Have you been practicing that? After all the sick intros I do for you.
Okay, I've got one.
I sang to you.
I've got one.
I sang Coldplay to you for your intro. And
On
that's
my-
how you're going to do me, yeah?
On my right-hand side, brimful of Asher on the 45.
Hey!
We have got Ash.
Sup, bitches?
And then special guest has flown all the way... Did you fly or drive?
Drove.
Oh, that's why you've got the issues of driving.
That's it.
It's tense. We have got FPL veteran _ with us today. So thank you so much for joining. You didn't expect to be here, but you're here. How do
No,
you
we're
feel?
here now. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
You came for a nice morning live stream and now you're not allowed to leave.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm held hostage until they release me. So.
So very exciting today. This is the first official Tipsy team selection of the season. I did a couple last year. You all seem to really enjoy them. And now we have got the biggest panel we've had so far. So I'm a little bit nervous for this one. I feel like my team may get slated, but let's have a look at how the team is lined up for game week 13. Should I give my thoughts and then...
My eyes! My eyes!
It hurts!
God, what is this abomination?
Take it off the screen! Ah! Right, that's better.
Actually, before we get into this, we're in game week 11 currently.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting for... we're game week 12.
Yeah, 12.
Waiting for that. But I'm just going to point out that my overall rank is actually about 800,000. Tom, where is yours?
What?
Didn't get that one.
The audio's not so good in this
Mine
studio.
is twice as good as that.
Twice as good.
Twice as many, twice as good. Same thing.
Ash, where are we? And if we could put the cameras on everyone's faces as well so we can see how excited we all are about our ranks.
Can I no comment this interview?
Easy.
Yeah, no comment.
But no, let's go. If we have a look back at the team,
Yeah.
we're not sure how I've done yet in game week 12. I'll probably put something in here from me from the future, hopefully celebrating a green arrow. But the fixtures are a lot more difficult than I was expecting. And when I went on pick my team about an hour ago, I did have a bit of a panic. So I'll have one free transfer going into this and I've got 0.4 million left in the bank. So Tom, would you like to start off with the advice of what to do?
Quit.
I think the season's over.
Well, look, team looks good. You got 7 players playing away from home. Not so great.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Maybe on that front. You've also got Liverpool against City as well. I mean, it's a tough week for everyone, isn't it? You got Cash and McGinn away at Tottenham. Gahey, obviously, got a really tough fixture there.
Massively tough fixture. Yeah, they're going to
fixture.
struggle, I think. Yeah.
Real struggle. I think it's going to be an interesting week for all. There's not an obvious... Well, certainly for a start, there's not an obvious captain next week, is there?
No.
And you don't have Son, I think, who's probably got the best fixture. But yeah, a lot of clashes going on. Trippier and Gordon versus Palmer. Haaland versus Salah and Darwin. Watkins.
I'm not feeling optimistic now. I think this is going to be quite a painful game week. I mean, Ash Gahey against Luton. Should I just bench him?
Bench him immediately.
Yeah, get him out.
Even your bus team, he needs to be just do it now and save yourself the trouble. That's what I say.
Kabori off the bench. Yeah?
Palace are going to rock up at the Kenny and they're going to be in for a real shock.
The intimidation is going to be real.
Mate, it's going to be loud. It's going to be noisy. And we're due a win. We need to start picking up some points at home. So I think we'll be buoyed by the draw at Liverpool.
Yeah.
We should have won the 1-1 win.
The 1-1 win.
We'll take the 1-1 win. Fantastic performance. And I feel like it's starting to click for Luton. They've got a nice shape. They're really organised. And I think we've done something a lot of the other teams, or the two other promoted teams, haven't done. We've bought some players who have played in the Premier League. Barkley, Townsend, Nakamba from Villa, who we bought in. So we've got some real experience there. So I feel like it's just a matter of time that we start picking up some points. Don't get me wrong, he's a good choice. And maybe that's my bias talking.
Maybe.
But I think I don't know about a clean sheet there, to be honest. But yeah.
I think you're right. They'll be coming off the back of the decent, good game against Liverpool. Kabore might upgrade, might start getting goals. Is that optimistic?
Kabore, he's so frustrating to watch because he gets in such good positions down that right wing, like we all thought when we brought him in at the start of the season. Obviously came in on loan from City and we knew he was going to be nailed. We lost Cody Drummer last season. He went back to Leeds, so we had no right wing back. Brought him in. He was meant to be the guy, and he gets into that final third so often. You'd have seen it against Villa away. And the ball across is just so bad. It's either just going in row Z or there's not enough height on the cross. But against Liverpool, the assist for the goal was class. In fact, that was the best goal that we've scored all season. So, although we ain't scored many.
I was going to say.
Pretty much the only one.
Shane, what do you think? What are your initial thoughts?
You've got a lot of clashes there, which isn't really good unless it's a high-scoring game, which it could be. A lot of away fixtures, which is never really ideal, and like you say, in the home ones. Obviously, you've got Gordon against Chelsea. You kind of conflict of interest. You want him to do well, but you probably don't.
Gordon is one of my favourites.
He's good. He's good and he's cheap. But yeah, so just the clashes, I think, are a big one for me. I like to kind of back one team as much as I can. But in general, really, it's a good team. It's a good overall team, though.
I think long term, I think this is going to be the week that really tests it. And in terms of transfers, I think I'll probably do McGinn out for someone because Villa's fixtures are taking a bit of a turn. So any suggestions for a nice midfielder?
How much you got in the bank?
I think it'll be, 5.9?
5.9 to get a mid.
Yeah.
Huang?
I mean, Huang is,
And you've already got Cole Palmer.
You've already got Palmer and Gordon, so those are the other two obvious.
I forgot I brought in Palmer. Oh, yeah.
Are you sure you haven't
But he's
got more
away
money
in
in the bank?
Newcastle.
I'm going to check. So 5.5. I know I've got 5.8 in the bank. So John McGinn's 5.5. I've got 0.3 in the bank.
Oof. There's no point doing Douglas Luiz. It's a bit too sideways.
Yeah, I think it's far too...
Yeah.
Or, depending on how Darwin does in this game week. I really like Darwin because he can be explosive.
Yeah.
But equally, he can be nothing. So then it could be... Or I don't think I'm brave enough to take out Watkins.
I don't think you can take out Watkins. I love your front, but even though the fixtures don't look great on paper, Liverpool and City always have a scoring fixture.
Yeah.
Right? They always score goals, and it's usually very, very lively. So Darwin's more than capable of scoring on any day.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not he's in the mood to be composed or not. Haaland, we know, is amazing against anyone. And Watkins, I just feel like he's just waiting for that. I feel like he's going to have a purple patch at some point this season where he goes on another one of those amazing runs. And it's whether or not you've got him at the start of that. And we know what Tottenham's defence looks like at the moment. Van der Ven out. Udogie suspended. I think he'll be suspended for... Oh, no. Udogie will get a 1-match ban, won't he? Because it was 2 yellows. Whereas Romero gets a 3-match ban. So they'll be without Romero still. And then, you're looking at Emerson Royale centre-half. Watkins has got to be fancying his chances there, surely.
He's taking advantage.
Surely.
But then that makes me think maybe keep hold of McGinn as well, because we could see... No one cares about John McGinn. That's what I want, some more airtime for John McGinn.
Shane cares about John McGinn.
Are you a John McGinn fan?
He's Scottish, isn't he?
John McGinn. He's the Pirlo, the Scottish Pirlo, but that's mixed off. I'm trying to think of another good fielder. He's like the Roy Keane.
Is he in your team?
Squad. No, he's not. I've got a Douglas Luiz, but I would probably keep him again. He's probably the type of close game that you'd probably pop up with a little goal, little John McGinn special.
I think one thing
That's what we love.
about next week's fixtures is not only have you got the likes of Liverpool against City, but if you look, okay, who's got the easy fixture? Who's got the Sheffield Uniteds, the
Palace.
the Lutons,
Palace, yeah.
the Bournemouths, the Burnleys.
Not
Slow
here.
down,
And-
fella.
like it's West Ham against Burnley, but West Ham are away. It's Crystal Palace against Luton, but again, Crystal Palace are away. Brighton are away at Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth against Sheffield United. So there's no easy kind of like, all right, this one's the fixture you want to target.
Yeah.
There's not anything of that next week,
It's
which
kind of
makes next week really interesting.
It's kind of the game week that Darwin has been missing a lot. But it'll be sod's law that he'll get a brace or he'll get a goal and assist or something against City. Do you know what I mean? It's the type of game that you would maybe start firing.
Yeah.
Well, will he play, or will they think, okay, against City, away at City, is it more a Gakpo game? Is it more someone who can do a bit more, rather than wait for that? So I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
see,
not
these
sure.
are the questions I can't cope with in my team.
Yeah.
I need starters.
It's
That's
a
why I've
real
got no
tough week this
Brighton.
week. Really tough week.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes us quite nicely into captaincy. It was probably the biggest, most difficult decision of the season. Salah versus Haaland. They're head-to-head against each other. Obviously, Haaland will be at home. He has a bit of an advantage there. Salah, we were saying at the start of the stream, Salah's not necessarily actually playing very well. Maybe he's gotten quite lucky with a lot of his goals. He's had 2 penalties in a row. Would we go for Haaland? But then we've seen Haaland recently, compared to last season, not as explosive, but still really... Have we all got Haaland in our teams?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so we haven't gone... Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? You then look at, okay, if it's not when there's a week to go against Salah or Haaland, you're thinking, okay, who the other guys got? And then you've got Son and Watkins, but they're against each other in a tough game. Villa against Spurs. Saka is away the Arsenal boys are away at Brentford. Newcastle and Chelsea play each other. There's no obvious captain whatsoever.
Surely it's Saka, no?
Against Brentford away.
Yeah.
Brentford at home are really good.
Yeah, you're a bit of bogey team, are they?
But everyone, they can't lose it. They beat Chelsea every time they play. They gave Man United a good game. They've had some other really good home results this season as well. At home, they're really good. So it's not. That wouldn't be one I'd feel comfortable captaining either.
Is this one of those weeks where you kind of just go with the form rather than the fixtures? So you just look at who's in the best spell of form at the moment. So it could be, game week 12, Haaland gets a brace, and then you just go with that.
I think we're looking at that Liverpool City game like it's a bit of a hard fixture for City. It is a little bit, but they've not been watertight, Liverpool. They've been conceding at the back, Europe, just in the Prem as well, and it's Haaland. If not even Watkins against the Tottenham side, like Ange the other day when he was down to 9 men, 2-1 down. He's not going to play the way. He's not going to change the way he plays. So that Emerson Royale, they're going to be quite high pushed up. He's not used to that position. Might be a good shout for Watkins to get him behind.
I find it weird though this season because there's been a few weeks where I thought Watkins go for the captaincy. I mean, Ash, you did, didn't you, in game week 11
Against my
his own
boys.
team?
Yeah.
It was a tactic.
What is
Right?
a tactic?
We're getting serious.
It was
The eye
a tactic
contact.
because
tactic.
It was a tactic.
it was a tactic to make sure that he blanked so that he didn't score against my boys.
He's doing
And
the
it
old
worked.
win-win. He wins both ways.
It worked.
Yeah.
But you didn't captain Salah,
I didn't need to because it was
Didn't
only
need that
only Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? Minor.
in which case captaincy's going straight on Haaland. No, but I think there are times where I'm so blinded by Salah and Haaland. Before I didn't have Salah in the team, so it was captaincy was on Haaland every week. I did Son one week, didn't pay off. And now I think, Watkins is really consistent. At the time of recording, he's only blanked 3 games. Otherwise, he's scoring goals, he's getting assists. But I still don't captain him, and I don't really know why. And I think it's when you see everyone on Twitter, I get so influenced by it. And suddenly I think, oh no, I need to kind of go with the masses. And then I kick myself for not taking kind of like the gut instinct.
I think it's about knowing the right times to take those sorts of chances. Do you know what I mean? It's still early enough in the season where you can kind of go for a little punt or a little gamble.
Yeah.
What about Trippier for captain?
I mean,
Against
he picks
your
up...
lot.
I mean, absolutely not.
Huh? What do you mean?
There's
a
no-
really good chance of a clean sheet.
No, there's not. have
And-
you seen Jackson?
Who?
Oh god.
We're gonna
It's
have.
hardly a thriller.
I mean, he's probably by this point scored.
I like that too. Yeah.
I was waiting for a Miss Jackson quote.
Oh, right, okay.
By this point, he's probably had his second hat trick of the season.
Oh, do me a favour. What, in
Wasn't
training?
surprised.
But Trippier, good chance of a clean sheet. He's on the corners and the free kicks, and he's been amazing. I think he's
like
the
that.
highest
3 bonus
scoring defender this
points all the
season.
time.
BPS magnet. And I don't know, obviously, with the injuries and stuff, is he going to get pushed out to left back, which does make him look less attractive. But I don't think you should rule him out.
That is a fun part. I've never captained a defender.
Ever?
Ever
Oh,
in
I
all
have.
my 7 years of playing.
What about the season when it was like Trent and Robbo absolutely tearing it up? Did you never captain Trent in?
It was
in that
always
season?
Salah though, wasn't it?
Oh, I captained Trent a couple of times,
Did you?
and it paid off.
I think I did it once or twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, we're going to go. The other options aren't there, so we're going to. I think generally as a community or as as FPL players, we're going to end up going. Well, actually, Salah's got a really good record against City, and Liverpool are poor defensively this season. So Haaland, and we'll actually, and even though it looks like one to go against them, we'll probably all end up on one of them, and probably Haaland.
Yeah, do you reckon it will be Haaland owners Haaland, non-Haaland owners Salah, and then we have a beef?
Non-Haaland owners is interesting. Have you got the balls to go Salah away at City? He does have a great record against them. He does tend to score quite regularly against them.
Yeah, because Liverpool are really strong on the transition and also the counter attack. So, and Man City tend to hold the ball. That's why the game's always so good.
Yeah,
Because it's such a contrast in styles. And they do leave themselves open. The City are not the best defensively, so Salah could quite easily score one or two in that game. That's why I would say, like, don't rule out just because it's Liverpool at home for Haaland and away Man City for Salah. Don't rule those guys out. Like, I think both are really good options. I think both are really good, and it's just about your luck on the day. But Darwin's such an interesting one because he gets in such good positions and he does all the hard bits so well, and it's just that final bit of composure, which when he finds, he will be lethal.
Yeah.
If he finds it.
I mean, when you look at the stats, but like each player, he's topping them every single week.
Yeah.
And you just think, how have you not returned more? It's ridiculous.
I couldn't believe we got to 80 minutes in that game and Darwin hadn't scored against Luton.
Yeah.
With the chances that he was getting on the end of. Do you know what I mean? Because he's a proper striker. He
Yeah,
runs in behind. He runs channels.
The little doll and the pins in the stand,
The
didn't he?
voodoo, yeah. Chop him! That was me every time he got the ball. Chop him up!
Have you not considered? I'm sorry, Ash.
No, that's all right.
Guehi for captaincy.
Captaincy.
He gets listen.
Whoa, whoa,
Captaincy.
Whoa, we're
Listen.
getting
Wow.
crazy up in here now.
It's
Do you want to go
fully
outside,
left.
bruv? You're right.
It's fully left field. However, he does get a lot of headed goals over the season. Usually gets about 3 or 4.
Does
He's not
he?
scored yet. He does. He's not scored
He's not
yet.
Scottish, bruv. You know that.
Oh, I think
Don't
it's a bad pick then. And against a Luton side that don't score many goals.
Yeah, but Luton are solid.
Solid, mate.
I mean, it's an outrageous shout.
Solid
However,
as a
if
rock.
you're feeling a little bit crazy, it's
I mean, I'm absolutely not. I'm scared about captaining Salah.
yeah.
It would be fun though. Sometimes I think if I wasn't part of the FPL community, I think I would take more risks.
Yeah.
Whereas now you get so judged on your rank, and I've got no brother to buy mine from.
It doesn't really. Again, it's got to be fun as well
Ow.
to play it as well.
It's
doesn't
fine.
it?
My
It's hurting me.
I've never finished a season before last, so my rank history is like 3 million.
That's shocking.
But Sims,
You've never finished a season.
Well, until last year.
What do you mean? You just sort of gave up each time?
Yeah.
Really?
Always used to just fall out of it.
Do you want me to put you in touch with my brother?
Oh, can you sort me out after? If we can try and update the team from now, that would be great. Okay, so Tom, plan going forward, transfers, captaincy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's actually, there's not, as I say, there are not real obvious teams to target. So you're not thinking, all right, like, for example, the week we're kind of technically still in game week 12. You're thinking, all right, you got the likes of Bruno against Luton. Maybe he's a short-term punt. You've got Brighton against Sheffield United. There's a short-term punt. This week, I mean, other than Crystal Palace, we've got the easy game. Eza could be a shout. But other than that, there's not much to target. So is any transfer worth it? McGinn's the obvious one, I think, looking at your team that you maybe want to look at transferring. But there aren't, as you've already got Palmer and Gordon, where's the go-to? Hwang at Wolves. Wolves have got, who have they got?
Fulham away.
Ah, there we go. McGinn to Hwang. It's a possible transfer.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not really.
It's not
kind of
it's not
like,
a necessity,
oh
is
yeah,
it?
that's a wow transfer.
And for John McGinn, it's just the passion, really.
Yeah. So it may well be.
He's just there for vibes, isn't it?
Love him.
Yeah, I mean,
but I've benched him like every single week, and he's managed to get a returns during that time.
It may well just be one of those where you just roll because there's nothing obvious.
Yeah, how many transfers?
or just wait for
how
the
many
injury.
transfers you got?
One.
Yeah, yeah.
There's not really too much you can do, is there?
No, I mean, McGinn could get someone against Tottenham, depleted back line.
It'd be hilarious if by the
maybe
time
just
everyone's
keep-
watching this, there's like 4 players already injured out, and it's like this is an absolute car crash.
And then if you did roll, then for the international break, you'd have 2 free transfers and change, injuries, which are always worth it. Which is always a good show.
This would be after the international break, wouldn't it?
Yeah, this is post-international break. We've
Post-international
broken. Yeah, Saka's probably out. Got injured in the England game.
Yeah, there's not an obvious like City, Liverpool, Burnley, West Ham. I know Burnley, West Ham. So is there anyone from West Ham you can get in midfield like Kudus? How much? Can't get to Kudus, can you? Ward-Prowse, you know you can get to him. He's 6'2".
No.
There's not really anyone from the West Ham midfield you'd really target. How much is Paquetá?
That's a really good point, though, isn't it? The fact that we are after an international break with these ones.
Yeah.
So, look at the likes of Darwin flying back from South America, although it is City, so they're not going to be like, but is that the one therefore to target as a transfer? Is it the 12:30 kickoff, the early kickoff? Maybe he goes with, someone like a Jota, who's not flown all the way over there.
Yeah.
Whereas Diaz, of course, will have flown over as well.
Yeah.
So,
But then do I just take the hit for the week? Maybe Darwin gets benched, maybe he doesn't play, but then I've got him long term rather than taking him out and then who would I bring in as a replacement?
Yeah,
who do you replace Darwin with up front?
Yeah.
Jackson?
I mean, he is amazing. As long as our opposition's injured and everyone's out, we'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
We'll win the league.
I mean, you could get them. I'll just have a look there. Brighton have got Forest next week. So if
is that Forest home fixture?
It's away. Forest are at home.
Because Forest at home are good. Yeah. I mean, look at the Villa game.
Yeah,
they've really stepped it up.
So.
Yeah. And I fully expected for Forest to concede, but they looked really, really strong.
I mean, you could always maybe change McGinn to a Dingra, even though Forest are good at home. Dingra's been starting and he's cheap as chips.
I do want to get a piece of Brighton as well, but it's the De Zerbi rotation that frightens me a little bit. But I think Adingra looks quite nailed.
He started the last 3.
Yeah.
Ansu Fati's one's to watch out for, I think.
Yeah.
Longer term.
He had a good performance in Europe, and De Zerbi said he wants to see more out of him. So I think he's trying to encourage him to, you can step up here and be our main man.
Yeah.
So, and I think he's 6'5". So I don't think you can do McGinn
but
to
would you not want
him yet.
At that price, would you not want Matoma?
Well, it depends. Are you chasing rank? If you are, Matoma's 38% owned, so he's not going to do much for your overall rank. Whereas Fati, who might go on a bit of a mad one at some stage, could make a real big difference to your team, and Matoma could be laying him on a plate for him at some point. So
that's the kind of player you want to get in before everyone else does.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Ellie, who I do the stream with on a Friday, she bought in Palmer weeks ago, and then finally this game week she was like, I've got returns. Really helped her. It was when everyone had a devastating week of scraping to get 20 points. She had 39 points with 18 on the bench.
Oof.
How is that possible in such an awful game week?
Was that game week 11?
11,
She had more points on her bench than I had in my team.
It's ridiculous.
I saw a tweet from Focal. I think the best irony of this season is that last week, which was the lowest point scoring, 2 weeks ago by the time this goes out. So game week 11, the lowest point scoring week of all time. Everyone's had an absolute worst game week ever. Yet the team of the week, the official FPL team of the week, where they don't use a chip and don't have a captain, do they?
Yeah.
Scored 150 points, which is the highest that the team of the week has got any week.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
The irony.
Yeah.
It was a week for the casuals, which is so frustrating when we take so much time and effort and thought to put into our teams.
That's why you did so well, wasn't
exactly.
it?
Hey!
Thank you.
And Rupert done well as well, didn't he? Semi.
So, Shane, what do you think, captaincy-wise then? Do you think Gahey? Take a punt.
I mean that was a bit craziness, but
McGinn,
you've got to stick on Haaland. I think Liverpool been conceding left, right, and centre. City, they're motoring along nicely now, clicking into gear. I think you have to go for Haaland, to be honest.
Yeah, Ash, in agreement.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's the safe bet, isn't it? He's got the home fixture. He plays for the best team that scored the most goals. Liverpool are not super tidy at the back, so they're more than capable of conceding. And like, who else is there? Like between Haaland and Salah, probably Haaland. Watkins, if you fancy something a bit different, but Villa aren't the same away from home as they are at home. They're not as clinical away from home or play as well. So I think, as it stands, I'd probably sit tight on Haaland.
I think if Chelsea have upset me by the time this goes out, it's going to be Gordon.
Yeah.
Not
Captaincy.
Trippier. If you go Newcastle, it's not you go Gordon over Trippier.
I've got faith in Gordon.
Interesting.
I absolutely adore him. I think he's, well, maybe.
For me, if I was going Newcastle, I'd definitely go Trippier purely because even if it's like a 0-0 or whatever, then Trippier's getting the 9-pointer.
Yeah.
You know,
Pick up the bonus.
if there's no goal, you start off with basically until there's a goal in the game, Trippier's on 9 points.
yeah, preset. Yeah.
You start on a 9er and you go up or down from there.
Yeah.
He might be playing, obviously, last week, this goes out a bit later, but he might be playing the 9 again. So, you know, if someone is going to get a goal, might be Gordon again. So it's not a bad shout. And in a week where maybe not so many people are again or jumping on Haaland or Salah, it's maybe one to go against the captaincy.
Yeah, and then
Chase
just
that
be
rank.
devastated if it's
That's the thing. Yeah, if you call it and then you don't put it on the captaincy, you go, I knew it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would go Haaland.
I'd probably put Kabore in there as well, by the way. Just saying.
That's
Yeah,
too
that
obvious.
is
too
true.
obvious.
It's Palace at
I'm trying
home.
to interesting debate here, not
Kabore-
the obvious ones. Come on.
Yeah, no, just Kabore probably over Trippier, I'd say.
Yeah, I think he's more explosive, definitely.
Who Kabore?
Yeah, absolutely.
Max Bones he's getting.
I mean, to be honest, I should probably be
Oh, you
tripled
like
up
that
on
phrase,
Luton.
don't you?
Say again?
I should be tripled up on Luton.
You
I
should
think,
be,
by now.
yeah. Like Jesse.
Max Bones is my favourite thing to ever come out of FPL juice.
Actually, to be fair, it came out FML, FPL.
Oh, they get the credit, right?
They get the credit.
All right, okay.
Because, I wondered, I thought I got it from there, and then I listened to the pod, their pod, I think, a week or two after. This came out on FPL Juice that I said Max Bones and these two decided.
We both started. I thought he was talking about a player I'd never heard of. And Ash was like, "Did you just say Max Bones for Max Bonus?"
Also, my
I
OnlyFans.
thought you were talking about some new sort of
it's
porn
my,
movie.
it's my OnlyFans.
That's what you two get up
OnlyFans.
to.
Is that
name.
your stick on them?
It's my nickname for him.
Saved in the phone, so no one's suspicious. You two, honestly, the tension.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
It's lovely. No wonder
Palpable.
you're here
No
all the
tension between
time.
us, it's pure love.
You get an invite into Tom's tent when he gets a new one from Swella.
She definitely won't be giving one. She took mine away, bitch.
That's what we should do, a fundraiser. Get Tom his tent back.
No, I love it.
Oh, well, I think that takes us to the end of the stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining and for your advice. We will see where we are. It could be that by the time this goes out, I've actually got Saka's out, injured, never coming back. Watkins, something's happened to him. McGinn might just have to carry the whole team. But hopefully not. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I will leave the links to FPL Juice in the description below and to all of these guys on social media, so make sure you follow them there. And I will see you in the next video.